Whoa, what is growing on? So I don't know if you guys can tell where we're at, but this is a free flow food forest project we did a few months ago, and I'm a slacker. I'll just tell you guys I'm guilty right now. We've been back here since the hurricane. We actually did a major hurricane cleanup here. This property is unique, not only in the fact they have a crazy deer population around here. I don't know if you guys remember, but there's a lot of beautiful grandfather oaks, larger old grove trees. And the hurricane cleanup, the mess I saw here was probably unlike any neighborhood I've ever seen. It was actually worse than some of the areas I saw further south, like the project we did in Northport, because I think of the size of the trees, how many trees. There was a 20-foot stack completely in front of this house, 20 foot tall, who knows how wide, 25, 30, 40 foot wide in some areas, completely every inch of ground covered all the way around the cul-de-sac. A mess like no other in this area. So follow up on this place. Shout out to the guys for the awesome job here. Ryan, Ethan, Kyle, Trice. I don't know if you're here on this one, but we'll give you a shout out anyway. They did a killer job with this project, and the client said they've been having really, really good success with the critter fence that's been put up here. We actually ended up installing that. Another video in itself. I should probably reach out to those guys because it's worked so well, and we've run into these deer problems everywhere. As you can see, beautiful site, and these trees were so beat up after the hurricane. It made me want to cry. It was almost kind of sad, and you can see they're still kind of thin, but they are finally coming back. I see a lot of green on the trees. They've pushed out some new growth finally. I noticed the same thing at the last site I just came from. Whatever trees were still there definitely looked a lot better. I can tell you, as we're entering this garden, there is a loquat. We don't know what happened. It could have there's I think a blight or something that affects these things. Loquats are typically pretty bulletproof. On the one on the right, you can see the leaves are still on there, not a good sign. One on the left, new growth. Looks like it potentially already had some fruit. Let's check out this gate. Like I said, we did install this. Guys did a killer job on it. And it's just like a mesh fence. Not a lot to it, but it was kind of time consuming. Poles are really hard to get in straight. I think they did a pretty good job though. Try to put the attention to detail there on everything that we do. And I know Ryan and Mike was even helping with this one. It was kind of a tricky job. But let's check it out. Let's see what's growing on here. Let's see what's changed. Let's see what hasn't done well. I can tell you that I get a ton of questions about, what to do before a hurricane. How do we protect for a hurricane? They didn't really do any protection here. A couple things got knocked over. A couple things need to be restaked. But for the most part, guys, the food forest is flourishing. Look at the mango. I don't see too many weeds. This is more of a dappled light food forest too, so I'm not expecting to see a lot. But look at the size of this edible leaf hibiscus. Compared to my hand, this thing is huge. Can be eaten like a wrap. 4 times more nutritious than regular spinach. Also known as like a Togan spinach. This thing is I'm 6'1", towering over me. Just planted a couple of months ago. These are the types of plants we want to put in the ground. Really cool, and I didn't even notice this yet. The corner posts on the critter fence kind of has some supports on either side. I don't think I was out here after the guys finished this up, or at least didn't come over here and inspect. I was too busy cleaning up brush. It was no small undertaking. The property is actually all the way back there too, and that whole field was just littered, every inch with debris. Rainbow eucalyptus, putting on some new growth. You can kind of see the brown, a little bit of a green. Kind of see some pinks down a little bit lower. It will be a rainbow here soon. Caliandra looks really good. Vetivers look great. A lot of things like the persimmons already going to sleep. I noticed that mulberry over there was losing its leaves. Here's our Florida Cracker Rose. Caliandra. Beautiful flowers. Awesome nitrogen fixer. Doing really well up along here. Stumps are still all in place. Mexican sunflower, they've probably already been chopping, dropping. I think my guys did some pruning on that. I know a few of those needed some support stakes. But this is the one we used all the borders with the cabbage palms that had come down here. So these are all just recycled materials. Citrus actually looks pretty good. Not too bad. Got some new growth on it. Bananas definitely have some new leaves. This one is rocking. Here's a dormant, some type of peach potentially. There was another persimmon. I see a neem over there. It is supposed to get pretty cold here next week, so we'll see what things look like after Christmas. Have to come back in spring. I see that toilet paper plant flourishing. New growth on the cherry of the Rio. This one is rocking, guys. Good job. Look at this thing. Getting nice and beautiful. All the pigeon pea look really good. Elderberry back here putting on some new growth. But I noticed a lot of the pigeon pea were flowering, setting those pods. Another good looking Caliandra. Another beautiful cherry of the Rio. Got some moringa back here pumping. There's a native nitrogen fixture, the coral bean or erythrina, doing really well. Got that Kerry starfruit, some katuk. So we've got a nice jackfruit over here. Vetiver looking good. A couple more monstera. Oh, the jackfruit looks awesome. Now, it is small, but look at all that. Look how wide it is. Look how many points and tips it has on it. That is a grafted jackfruit, so pretty excited. Good to see how they're going to do here at Sarasota. But guys, this place is rocking. Pretty impressed. I mean, can you imagine they just had a hurricane with 130, 140 mile an hour winds? So this is what your property looks like after not one hurricane. We had, I keep forgetting the name of the second one. The bad one was Ian here. The second one we really just got a ton of rain from. Nicole. Nicole was the second one, which luckily in this area wasn't too bad. Starfruit looks a little pissed off. Something happened to the starfruit. Pink's Turk's cap, got some flowers on it. Look at that Grumi Chama, looking awesome. Oh, there's the Inga with the new growth. Pretty. I love the way these guys push. Whoa. Sugarcane. Couple nice little seating areas. They have that bench over in the middle now. I don't think that was here prior. Mulberry, or I think that is a mulberry. No, it looks grafted. This is definitely a mulberry. Everbearing, losing its leaves. Paul said he's added a couple big trees. I have a feeling that's one of the mulberries that just went in. See another one over there. This cherry of the Rio looks kind of mad. Almost looks a little bit dried up. Have to bring that up. Salvias and pentas are kind of getting to the point where they're going to need to be pruned back. We're going to head deadhead those, and they're all going to come back nice and full of flowers here again in spring. There's that other seating area, and let's check out our Japoticabas. Looks like somebody's been out here doing some pruning, some chop and drop. Opened them up a little bit. Paul's got a really nice fruiting red on the back porch. Put that in a pot for him. Here's that, ooh, another rare one. What do we have here? Oh, is this the Scarlet? Okay. Had to look at the tag. These guys aren't easy to identify. Here's a nice grafted black Suriname cherry, Eugenia. And guys, this place is rocking. So, quite impressed. Oh, here's an avocado. There's definitely a couple of avocados here. Got them in some different spots throughout the garden. This loquat doesn't look too happy either. Interesting. Most have looked good, but this one and that other one, there's a couple that go down through framing out this whole area. There's two right there. There's this one. I believe that's another avocado. Another avocado, and then loquat, avocado, loquat. All right, garden is kicking butt. Pretty sure the irrigation's probably off. Gonna ask the homeowner about that now. Oh, here's another beautiful Sabra, pruned up a little bit. And this place is rocking. Hope you enjoyed the follow-up here. I'll come back in spring. Pretty amazing to see how well this place has recovered since the hurricane. Almost unfazed, in my opinion. Other than some of the oaks took some damage. That was the upsetting part. Critter fence is working for the deer. and logs still look pretty good, and I love the seating area. So stay tuned. I'll do a follow-up here soon. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, pound that bell, stay notified. Most importantly, it's almost 2023. Plant a food forest. Anybody can do this.